Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. We're going to do a little 9-card spread for you to cover the next 2 to 3 weeks. Because we're almost at 3 to 6, so that may be something for you. Wow. Okay, so you have gratefully, I surrender my struggle. It said gratefully, not gracefully. So, that is about understanding what it is that you want and okay, and deciding that you know that it will work out fine. You just don't know how. So I recently had an experience where I was up against it on something and I didn't know how it could be resolved, but I decided that I knew I would be in contact with the right person to help me find the solution to my problem. And it did. It resolved. But it was really, and every time I felt the anxiety over, what if this doesn't work, I would kick it back. I would push it down, and I would say, no, it'll be fine because Spirit's got me on this. And so I truly mean myself stay in the energy of believing it. And it was really not easy to do. It was a very tough thing, and yet it worked out great. So I really want to recommend that you try that. So you have here electric eel, bring your ideas to life. So there's some kind of a project, something that you're working on, some kind of thing that you're inspired about that I feel like there might be some struggle around it, some obstacle to overcome. Maybe you need more information. Maybe you need to be guided on something. Maybe there's something that you just don't know all the details of. Keep your eye focused on what you want the outcome to be. Feel like, literally picture you having the outcome that you want, the desired outcome. Make that, and anytime you think about it any other way, you just say to yourself, no, I know that it will work out. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know who's going to help me. I don't know how I'm going to find out what I need to know, but I trust that it's going to feel like this. It's going to look like this in the end. And if you can do that for yourself, you can stay focused on that, you are going to accomplish what it is that you're trying to accomplish. It's really like that in life. So, okay, here you go. All right, so, it is a big transition you have going on here. So 2 cards wanted to come out for your overall energy. I just want to point out to you, I'm going to walk you through this and we're going to get advice for you, but the most likely outcome that you have is the sun shining. It's clarity, it's joy, it's happiness. The sun's good stuff, right? The sun is also an attractive energy. That's what they're showing me right now, is a big magnet. So it is the power that you put out into the universe that draws and attracts to you what it is that you want. And so that's the outcome. If you will focus on what it is that you want, if you will leave your anxiety at the door, if you will trust and release the struggle, you could completely transform the situation. And we have the birds, and the birds are that's communication, that's conversation, that's so I feel like it's something where you need to be in contact with or create a situation around a community or a family, but there's a need to trust. There's a need to really trust the divine on this, because the key to the situation that we have here is the moon. And the moon is trusting your intuition, trusting your inner knowing, trusting your guidance. And how do you transform this situation? By chilling out. Look at this. Just relax. It is the tree. It is about not trying to push the growth. It is about allowing, again, that magnet, about allowing the opportunities to be brought to you that will allow you to be successful in what this is. And I think it's because you have a lot of confusion. You've been trying to figure this out, because in the area of what have you been trying to sort out in your head, we have the clouds. And so there's a lot of confusion around this situation, but there's a lot of healing that comes forward in the thought process. So for some of you, this is a physical situation. It's your health. Could be mental, could be physical. there is really, it's almost as though, and it could be that whatever it is, it's going to be a little bit expensive and you're wondering where the money's coming from, and that's what you're struggling over. It's like, you need to do this, it would be good for you. How are you going to financially manage it? So allowing the energy to flow through you, we have body work, healing. So this is healing. There is a need for you to, and the healing is the outcome. It's the thoughts, right? So really focus on the healing of the situation, whether it's a relationship or physical ailment. Could be a financial situation, but I feel like finances only come into play as a way to try to figure this out. You are supposed to rest. I think you're pushing too hard. When we have the tree, and it's in the winter scene because they have a beautiful summer one too. So when you have the tree, and the tree represents health, it is taking the time off, taking the space to allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to move this energy through. And you're probably wondering, but how am I going to pay my bills? That I could see being a part of the equation, because in the area where you have the anxiety, feels like a great big burden of, I don't know, there's so much going on here, and it's kind of very stressful for you. And I think you're looking, the obstacle is the key. That means you've been trying to figure out what the solution is, but the sun is shining on it. I just want to say, the sun is shining on it, the sun is coming. So whatever the solution is, it's going to come to you, but it's going to come to you through your heart space, the moon, through your intuition. We have a full moon that's coming up on the 16th. So it might be right around then when everything breaks loose and you get the information you need and you find out what the next action step is. There's a need to rest and relax and allow spirit to put things into place for you. And when you are stressed out, you slow down a healing process. When you are stressed out, you draw and attract to you stressful situations. And managing our stress is such a difficult thing to do when we're a little high strung, when we feel like things should be a certain way and why are they not working that way. I think there's a lot of pressure and stress around some area of your life, and it may or may not be what you're physically. Okay, so it could be that your stress over here, say you have a business or something, and the stress on this business is causing physical body stress over here, because stress has to go somewhere. And so when you go for deep tissue massage, or you do the saltwater baths, or you regularly, and by that I mean daily, especially if the weather is halfway decent, go for a walk, whatever it is, doing yoga, something that moves, gently moves the energy through your body, you release the stress, and so it doesn't build up and come out in another area of your life. Because here in the heart center, moving forward, you have the heart. It is finding the peace within that's going to allow you to get there. Yeah, meditation. Into me I see. That is the recommendation. Meditation is such a great way to release stress. People who meditate have much less heart disease. So it's hard to shut down the mind, right? So instead of thinking of it that way, think of it this way. When you go for a walk, that's a meditation. If you're literally not running numbers through your head, not trying to problem solve, if you go for a walk and you pay attention to what you see, what do you see? What do you hear? And just take a time out from life every day, 15, 20 minutes. So it could be literal meditation. If you can do that, that's excellent. Sometimes just laying in the bath water with music playing and deliberately not thinking about anything in particular. And you're like, that's really hard. My mind goes places. So I want to suggest to you that you find something that always brings a smile to your face. So for me, there's a little kitty friend of mine. And when I just break, because you can see it, I just break it out in a smile thinking about her. So whatever it is. So when you find your monkey brain running around, in circles when you're trying to relax, then bring it back to either your breath and flowing the breath, or just, whatever this thing is that always brings you the joy. Could be a child, it could be a pet. I find that pets generally do it because, Pets, even when they do things we don't like, it's still funny. You know, you're like, that little twerp, you know. It's like, did you have to do that? But it's so funny because they look at you like, what? What did I do? And you can't help but laugh, right? And so whatever that is, that brings you that moment where you're really happy because here you go. The solution is available to you. This is a fox. The fox is about strategizing and bringing in what you need, but he's got his feet in the emotional water. You know, he's paying attention. He's looking for the opportunity. And I think if you will release the need to control how that opportunity is brought to you, and it just suddenly pops up out of nowhere, and there it is. There's the opportunity. But there is a need to be aware and paying attention. But I think it's going to be really important that you pay attention, but that you relax and you relax and allow the stress to flow through you. You have such interesting cards here. So you have the Princess Savior. This is remembering that you're important because it also has be there for you. You need a timeout, and it needs to be regular. This is how you transform. It could be that you go on a vacation. Okay, maybe that does it for you. Maybe you take 2 weeks and you go away. But if stress management is a problem and it's resulting in some kind of a physical ailment that's not working for you, because it does look like a beach solution here. So maybe you need to go someplace warm. But there is a need for you to do what it takes to feel good about yourself and feel comfortable and remember that you are important. I really want to say put yourself first. Here we have all good things are wild and free. And I look at that and all I see is it feels like really stepping into your sense of self-worth. This is a time in your life when you're being guided to lead from your heart. Ooh, and you have the heart here. To be guided lead from your heart, even when it makes no sense to anyone else. Or even if your mind screams at you with fear and doubt, don't ignore what your heart is telling yourself. Give yourself the time and the space you need away from the noise and the demands of the world and other people so that the quiet, sure voice of your heart can be heard. Then take courage and act on what it is you feel. Your heart is wise and worthy of your time and trust. That sounds like regular walks, regular meditation. It sounds like all the stuff the Spirit was saying. You have something here that can be resolved by allowing yourself the freedom of space, of quiet, and just allow things to come to you. Instead of actively seeking the message, take a time out on a regular basis and allow your body to heal and allow the situation to heal. There's a divine timing aspect here. And I truly believe it's coming to you because there is not a better outcome than the sun. And that's what the outcome is if you follow the advice, which is to kind of chill out a little bit. All right, Virgo. So I don't even think I ever told you, I am on Facebook. And you can catch me there every day. And there's the membership portal where I do the Love and the Soul Path readings. You can get all 12 of those, plus be on the live Q&A, which happens this month on April 13th. So, and that's all just $4.99. So I'd love to see you come and join us for that. You guys take really good care of yourselves. Relax on a regular basis. All right, I'll talk to you soon.